Hi friends, welcome to the View from Here Outside Edition. I'm coming to you today from my backyard. It's beautiful out today and it's beautiful out here, but if you hear some outside noises, that's what that is from. And I actually wanted to come to you from my wishing well that I have out in my backyard to sort of make a point about our prayer lives and just some other things. So I'm really excited to be coming to you today with our topic. It's one of those topics that the Lord's been putting in front of me like over and over and over again from all of my different devotional resources and even to some podcasts or things that I've been listening to. So when he does that, it means that I am supposed to talk to you all about it, and I'm also supposed to apply it to my own life. So that's what we're going to do today. And our topic is going to be expectations and how they can be just a little bit dangerous for us. So I just want to back up for a minute and the wishing well. So you're probably wondering about that. I was thinking about it before I came out today and realized that, and deciding where I wanted to set up, and just realized that our prayer life is often like using a wishing well, isn't it? It's all about what we want and all about what we desire. And then when we make those wishes or when we make those prayers, then we have expectations that go along with it. And we oftentimes don't leave enough room for the Lord to do what he wants to do in our lives. So we just offer up that prayer, throw that penny in, and then we expect certain things to happen. Just so you know, by the way, lots of webs in that bucket. That penny is not coming back out. But anyway, that's oftentimes how our prayer life goes, doesn't it? I believe at least it does for me. So today we are going to talk a little bit about expectations and how those can be dangerous, and how we should use those or shouldn't use those, and all of the above. I'm really excited. I just want to let you know that my business cards came in today, so I'm super excited about that. They're beautiful. You're probably wondering, what are you going to do with your business cards? I got to tell you, I got to be straight up, I'm not even really sure. I just knew that they needed to be ordered and to be able to distribute. I'm going to a conference this weekend, and it is so exciting because I don't know where all of this is going. I don't know where all of this ministry is going. And you know what? It could go no further than just this, and that's fine. All we're required to do is be obedient. We're not required to know the end. We are not required to have any certain expectation. As a matter of fact, that's where we can get into trouble. So the cards, I don't know. Why did I spend $57 on cards? Not sure, but the Lord knows. And when I picked them up, when I got them and I put them on my seat, I said, now it's yours. Now it's yours. I did what I think I should do, and now you let me know how they need distributed and how the rest of this ministry needs to go. So anyway, a little bit cool, and I'm really excited about those. Just did, again, want to talk to you a little bit today about expectations, as I've mentioned already several times. So, and this is also going to come into play with, I told you, we've been studying 1st and 2nd Kings, and we've been in there together a little bit, and how expectations kind of got those folks in trouble even way back then. They had, there's a recurring theme with these kings, and that is that they did evil in the sight of the Lord, and they just kept doing it, and they were referred to, and the people referred to as stiff-necked people. And to me, that signifies that maybe they had some expectations that weren't being fulfilled. It didn't look like they wanted it to look. So they went ahead and did things that were evil so that they could make it look like they thought it was supposed to. What we have to keep in mind is we never get the whole picture, do we? No, not on here on earth we will, or we won't. And God is the only one that has the whole picture. And so we just have to do and be obedient and trust without the expectation of what that should look like. So they would do the things that the Lord required or asked, but it just wasn't enough for them. Worship didn't look like they thought it should look. And so that led them to do things like build idols and things that they could see tactily or feel and see. And even though these things weren't worth anything, and we know they couldn't do anything to enhance their life, it somehow made them feel better because their expectation of what worship should look like was being met. So it got them in trouble, and it can get us in trouble too in a couple of different ways. Expectations can lead us to disappointment almost always, and to faulty decision making. So like I told you just then about the leaders back there in the Old Testament, their expectations led them to faulty decision making because they were disappointed that worship didn't look and feel or maybe yield the immediate results that they thought it should yield. So, and don't confuse expectation with desire. Are we supposed to have desires? Are we supposed to take our requests to Jesus? Absolutely. Goals, plans, we can have it all. I just would like to recommend that we do that with an open heart and open hands and not have expectations. It's okay to envision what that might look like, what your ministry or what your life, what you want that to look like, but you have to do that with with open hands and an open mind, so that if it doesn't look like you thought it was going to, that you don't get disappointed, that you know that the Lord knows best. And every request that we make to him should be made with the tagline, "Thy will be done," because he sees the whole picture. We don't. I was just recently shopping with my sister, and we saw a wonderful sign. It was in Ron John Surf Shop. I just got back from Florida. And it said, "Happiness is letting go of what you think your life should look like and just enjoying it for what it is." If we just stick with that, I think we could be so much happier. I, for one, pray away the spirit of disappointment every day, because things rarely look the way that I think they should or that they will. And if I attach an expectation to anything, and especially, I mean, not even just the ministry, but especially to, people, we are all humans. And if you are attaching expectations to your spouse or to your children, I can almost 100% guarantee that you are going to be disappointed. And I'm not saying that to be a negative Nelly or a naysayer, because I'm basically not a negative person, but it's absolutely the truth. And we let people down fairly regularly. So if people are having expectations of us, they're probably going to be disappointed. It's not something that we do on purpose. We do it because we live in a fallen world, and that's how that's going to go. So be obedient. Get rid of the expectations. Everything, again, make your requests and desires known. Some things that we are asked to do when we are being obedient are not going to look the way that we think we should. Forgiveness a lot of times doesn't make any sense, right? But yet we are required to forgive, because God knows that harboring unforgiveness is destructive to us, and it will at the very least hinder us from all of the wonderful things that he has in store. So do these things that even don't make sense to you. Just be obedient, and do that with open hands and open heart, without expectations. Don't expect the things of this world to fulfill you, because it's just not going to happen. Sometimes it's easy to just pursue more material things, or again, if you're a single person, if I could just get this boyfriend, girlfriend, or spouse, or if I could just get this new house, or if I could just get that new car. These things will fulfill you for about a minute, and then it's all going to go. So don't expect to be fulfilled by the material things, or even by another person. Wow, that is really a lot of weight to put on another person, to expect them to fulfill all of your happiness. And I am guilty of that. I do it. I'm here to tell you, my poor husband, sometimes I just expect things, not that maybe he's not necessarily capable of, but just it's just not part of his nature. And I've known this ever since I have known him. And yet once in a while those expectations still bubble up, and then I get disappointed when he doesn't respond or he doesn't react. And I'm going to bet that you all actually probably do the same thing. So that is just what we want to review today, with expectations and obedience. And I just want you to kind of think about that stuff and roll it around. And again, when the Lord brings this to me over and over again, it means that life application for me. So I'm going to do that too. And think about it and how we can do things differently, and realizing that we do not see the whole picture. So obedience without expectation, obedience with open hands, obedience with open heart. With the business card, just, hey, I obeyed, I did what I was supposed to do, and now it's yours. And I'm sure he will let me know if there is a move to be made or whatever's to be done. So on the other side of that, I really do want to leave you with an encouraging verse. Sorry, I thought I had that marked. It's 2 Peter 1:3. His divine power has given us everything we need for a godly life through our knowledge of him who called us by his own glory and goodness. I would recommend that you memorize this. I've been doing scripture memorization, and it has really helped me, and I've integrated that into my prayer life, and it's very cool. I started that a while ago with the Psalms verse, search me, O God, and know my heart. And I have, again, integrated that into my prayer life. But if you just, you can pray these things and you keep them in your mind, and this will just help you to know. That pretty much says it all, that we have everything that we need for a godly life. We don't have to put faulty expectations on anything, because we already have in here everything we need. So we don't need to get that from another human. We don't need to get that from material goods. We have it all, everything we need for a godly life through our knowledge of him who called us by his own glory and goodness. And therein is where it all lies. So I just want you to take those thoughts with you this week. I hope you have a super week. It's Monday, and blessings to you this week. And just go out there and be kind, enjoy your life for everything that it is, even today, even if it's not where you expected to be. God knows exactly where you are. It is not a surprise to him. And just try to be joyful, thankful, and enjoy the place that you're in. Until next time, thank you so much for being here and joining me, and have a great and blessed rest of the day.